Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday, which means happy Vanderpump Rules after party tonight at 9:25 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be over on Up and Adam Channel 2. And then right after, Jason and Josh and everybody else, they will all be going live for Anchor Watch at 11 p.m., which I have no clue how everybody stays up. I wake up at 5 a.m., so I have no clue how people do this. But I love that they do it because there's so many people who love it. With that, guys, we're back to talk about Louis Ruelas and Bo Dietl because we heard a little bit about this lawsuit going on, and now they are responding. So I figured that since we've heard one side and they've responded, I want to hear their side, and I think that that's fair. So here we go. Smash that like button, show some love, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, guys, so we're back to talk about the Louis Ruelas and Teresa Giudice of it all. This one is an interesting one, to say the least, because it does involve Bo Dietl. And yeah, here we go. God, thank you to Reality Blurb. Louis Ruelas, obviously the husband of Teresa Giudice from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, spoke out after getting sued for allegedly hacking the computer of his ex-fiancée, Vanessa Reiser. He seemed to suggest that she's an attention-seeking psycho, and he compared the situation to Fatal Attraction. Meanwhile, private investigator Bo Dietl, Louis' friend, who is also named as a defendant in the lawsuit, said the other side has no evidence, called the attorney a clown, and claimed that he's preparing his own case for libel and slander. Another lie. Boy, why are people so jealous of my hard work and success? Is what Bo wrote on a social media post. Okay. It was a post that was shared by at Behind the Velvet Rope podcast with David Yontif. David always gets great interviews. In this lying allegation, how can there be a case when there is no evidence? Just another fool trying to get a lie in the press. Now, Vanessa Reiser has claimed multiple things. She also claimed before in the past that Louis was allegedly sending people to her work to spy on her and ask her questions. And then I believe that was thrown out because there was no evidence of that. And a lot of people felt like, oh, okay, well, if this comes out that he was doing that, that is going to pretty much validate everything that she said. And it didn't end up playing out that way. So now this one is a totally separate lawsuit. And again, this is even when I was talking about it on Hot Messy Topics on Friday. Just because there's a lawsuit does not make Louis and Bo Dietl guilty of anything. And it also, just because there's a lawsuit and they're saying that she's like Fatal Attraction or alluding to her being like Fatal Attraction, that doesn't mean that she's making this up either. That's something for the court to decide, and that's exactly what's going to happen, like they did last time. But wait, hold on, it keeps going. This time, I think he will be dealt with legally and through the New York City Bar Association, is what Bo said. There is a reason I've been in business almost 40 years. I will not commit a crime or will not allow my client to commit one with my knowledge. This clown attorney will be shown for what he is. I'm preparing a major libel and slander case. Louis then reacted in the comments saying, Bo, thank you for telling the truth. These attention-seeking psychos. He also compared the situation to Gone Girl, which was a film about a woman who fakes her own murder to get back at her husband, and Fatal Attraction, a movie about an obsessive ex who harasses her former lover and his family. Yeah. This doesn't sound good. Actually, if anything, this sounds really, really bad. Because everything that she's claiming in this is that, it's like, I believe it was like wiretap or something like that. And then also harassing her by tapping into her computer systems. These are huge. If in fact they were able to prove, somebody was able to prove that Bo Dietl and Louis Ruelas really did any of that, that would be a huge problem, not only for his business, for both of their businesses. It would probably put somebody behind bars, I would imagine, because you can't just like invade people's privacy like that. And that would be a form of harassment. But if they're standing here saying, which of course we've seen before, we saw this, even when I sat there and I did my interview with Jen Shaw and she said, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't do these things. And then, she changed her plea and said, I'm guilty of these things. So people, you just never really know until we have the rest of the information. And I think that is important to note here. Also, though, I don't know if you guys, speaking of Louis and Teresa, we're going to be getting the new season back pretty soon of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I saw a little bit where Margaret Josephs, again, which we've already talked about a little bit, but Margaret Josephs was talking about Jackie and how she's changed so much. I think it was CJ Sykes that she did that with. And sitting here listening to what she's saying, I've heard the same thing a few times, and I want us to watch and see for ourselves if we think that Jackie changed in order to milk the system and keep herself relevant. I guess that's my big question because that's what there's it's kind of what people are alluding to, but let me just say what she said. That way I'm not putting words in Margaret's mouth because I never, ever, ever want to do that. Here we go. So, in a recent interview with Access Hollywood on the green carpet during Sunday night's People's Choice Awards, Marge dished a little bit about distancing herself from her used to be best friend. She said, It's disappointing and it's sad. And I guess she's not who I thought she was. But that's okay. Things happen. I was very sad and disappointed. Margaret isn't the only Jersey housewife that Jackie is feuding with this season. She also is not getting along with Melissa Gorga, who assured watchers that her problems with the new author, Jackie, aren't a result of her friendship with Teresa. Jackie just had a change of heart on a bunch of different things and feelings. You have to watch the season to understand, is what Melissa said before sharing more about the state of the relationship. Jackie and I are not completely not speaking, but we're definitely not where we were. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to take precedence or if the fight between Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aiden is going to take precedence. Because if you guys don't remember, the two of them were suspended for this alleged physical fight. And since then, they did rejoin the rest of the cast. But Danielle teased in November that there's more to that story. And she said, It's unfortunate. I was very disappointed. It's a big story to unpack. And I hope the audience watches and good wins. And I hope people will see that good will always win. Love me some Danielle Cabral, but you better be able to back that ish up. I had a great conversation with Jennifer Aiden too, in Vegas, and she was really sweet. Actually, all of the Jersey women are so much fun. I didn't meet one of them that I didn't like. Like, I cannot say the same for Potomac. I can't say the same for New York. I can't say the same for Beverly Hills. I can't say the same for Miami. Can't say the same for Salt Lake City. So yeah, New Jersey's just a special breed of housewives because it's just a family dynamic and it's always the most fun. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, especially about Louis and Bo Dietl addressing the lawsuit and now most likely countersuing the attorney who is being used to sue him. And this is going to be for slander. Thank you again to David Yonti for doing this. And I'm just curious to see what the opinions are. Don't forget that tonight we are going live for the Vanderpump Rules after party. That's going to be at 9:25 p.m. Eastern. And then right after that, we have Anchor Watch at 11 p.m. Eastern on this channel. So Up and Adam 2 and Up and Adam 1, all in the same night. Love you guys. See you next time.